Hello, hello, and welcome everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well today. I was actually pretty good timing on the on the song. But welcome everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing well. It's been a while. It's been a while. I know. 2 weeks. That's a little long. 2 weeks no stream and fucking no content. Part like it's mostly my fault. Like I haven't fucking been interested at all in any of my usual games on this channel. Like I haven't been interested in Genshin, and I've been really interested in just doing FTB Ocean Block with the boys. But fucking here's a rundown of that story. Fucking Sark, he decided to get a new motherboard for or not actually, he didn't. Sonic got a new motherboard for his PC, and he wanted to throw that into his PC. He got it to power up and whatnot, but he didn't check if it posted. Uh, and like a few days later, he also went to this Amazon return store and picked up a bunch of PC stuff. And he also got this like 320 millimeter AIO unit for a CPU. So it's not 320, but 360 millimeter, and that size is referring to how big the radiator of the actual AIO is. So like he got this really nice AIO for like $5, dirt cheap at this Amazon return store. And he just said, I'm gonna try and fit it into my PC. He didn't fit it into his old PC, so it's like, well, I guess I'm fucking getting a whole new, whole new case. So he bought a case off Amazon for whatever amount, and he put together his PC. Now this motherboard, he got this motherboard like it was a $200 X570 gigabyte AORS motherboard. Like it's really nice, except for a couple things. The motherboard was not sending power to the USB ports, and he wasn't getting any video feed. So it's like, well, motherboard is junk. Guess I gotta buy another fucking motherboard. And then he decided, you know what? Best replacement would be a fucking ROG Strix B550. It's like, brother. So it fucking took him a week to get his PC all put back together how it should be, and I can tell he's pretty much happy with it. And he's really been the main thing of what he's been like half the equation of why we haven't done Minecraft on the channel. The other half of the equation would be Chris. And yes, I'm not putting the blame onto myself because of one reason. I don't have school and I don't have a job. I'm available for like 90% of the time. And these two fools decided that it was just going to be confliction. Confliction of if they're going to play. So it's like Sonic was off for an entire week. And with Chris, Mance just falls asleep at like the worst fucking times. And he doesn't set an alarm to wake up later in the afternoon. That way he can be on to fucking play. So, like, we've had, like, 2 or 3 times within the last couple of weeks where, oh, we're doing Minecraft, and fucking Chris would pass the fuck out. Chris would pass the fuck out for an entire afternoon, and he wouldn't pick up until, like, 9 o'clock Pacific time. 9 o'clock Pacific time. That's way late on start times, and it's not necessarily possible, right? He'd pick up his fucking phone at 12 o'clock his local time, midnight his local time, and finally respond saying, "Oh, I fucking fell asleep." So that's what's been keeping Minecraft off the channel for the last couple of weeks. That's what I've really been wanting to do most. Is that I've been absolutely enjoying FTB Ocean Block. It is the most amount of fun I've had with a modern Minecraft series today. Another thing that's been keeping me off from necessarily streaming I haven't really been enjoying Genshin Impact all that much. But I'd say, like, in the last couple of days, I've been getting back into a rhythm of hopping onto Genshin, doing my dailies, and maybe doing an extra couple things here and there. So I've been slowly getting back into Genshin on a more substantial capacity, because I've just really been hopping on, doing dailies, running domains, and then hopping off. That's what I've been doing for, like, the last week and a half. Is I've just been running domains, using my resident, and fucking doing my dailies. And it's really just been that nonchalant, no give a fuck lol that I've been just subjecting myself to, that I really haven't been interested in this game. But anyways, I don't care about boats, Zhongli. But anyways, there really isn't much excuse other than I just really haven't been enjoying Genshin Impact lately to be worthwhile, for it to be worthwhile streaming. On the positive note, we got some here from my boy Zhao. Alright, so some of you may have paid attention to when I would pull Zhao out occasionally, that I would use a deathmatch as his weapon. Well, about a week ago, I hit Petty on my standard banner and pulled this beast of a weapon on him. So I now have a Primal Jade Wing Spear, and he does more damage than he used to. There's my crit stats. Dog shit, I know. I'm waiting for new artifact sets. I have a strong feeling that in version 2.6, we're getting artifact sets that'll actually be tailored towards Xiao in his kit. I have a very strong feeling. Right? Very strong. Anyways. Yeah. So we're just kind of holding off from grinding artifacts for him until we get some better until we can get a better artifact set for him. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming within, you know, the next few weeks. There's what? I could probably just fucking Omega Lol pull on this. Okay. I have done Yae Miko's trial. Done the little trial event here. I've done her test run. To the leakers who are saying that she was going to be a Ganyu level DPS, you are horrendously wrong. I mean, that's just seriously the case here. Yae Miko is just really not good as a DPS, and her kit is full sub. It's full sub. And I saw a video on somebody explaining why Yae Miko wasn't, you know, wasn't that good to begin with. Why Yae Miko was just kind of bad from the start. And it's that her multipliers are just not that good. So, anyways, I'm kind of rambling here and just kind of delaying the inevitable. I could probably just go run Viridescent Domain. I have been running Viridescent Domain for like the last week and a half now, trying to get EM stat artifacts for Sucrose and Venti, trying to get their kits a little bit more finalized and leveled up. Speaking of which, I'm leveling up someone, and I don't remember who. I think I was working on, yeah, I was working on Bennett's artifact set here. I've got a full Noblesse kit on him now, or a 4-piece Noblesse. He's got this for his sands. He does respectable damage, but he could definitely be better. So, yeah, there's his flower, his plume, his sands is fully leveled. goblet, headpiece. We're gonna level up this. And then we'll be good to go. But yeah, I've been working on getting artifacts for my various supports, like Bennett and Venti and Sucrose, trying to get Sucrose into a more viable state, and maybe use her in some other comps. I'd like to get a Taser Team comp up and running for Sucrose, so I'm hoping I'll be able to have a little bit of fun. Crit damage roll. Yeah. His stats aren't that great. Holy shit, though. I've got a lot of crit damage.
There are those who share the...
I guess Bennett wants to be a nuke when he grows old. Alright, stop by here. I think Expedition's just finished up, because I don't remember seeing that a couple minutes ago. Dispatch. They did. Oh, I forgot to mention one last thing that's kept myself occupied for the last couple of weeks. And it's not necessarily like overall bad thing, but it's just really, I don't think it's worth playing in... I don't think it's worth playing on stream all that much. But then again, it's a single player game. I've streamed mostly single player stuff. And the only reason why I haven't streamed it really has just been I don't know. The only reason why I haven't streamed it is just that I haven't streamed it. That's it. Alright. So, but yeah, I've been playing ESO for like the last couple of weeks and really getting invested into its little story. I've completed the main quest line, and I'm working on the Aldmeri Dominion quests. So, yeah. Anyways, y'all aren't here to fucking listen to me ramble on and just do nothing. Y'all are here for Yae Miko. I'll leave a little timestamp. 1750. Around there. Yeah, it's Yae Miko quest time. I haven't really seen anything on Yae Miko's quest, but from what I can tell from her teaser, it's not going to be really too much. Oh, and don't mind me having a hard candy.
We haven't been to the Yae Publishing House in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty cool.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for. I'm better off wishing that my exam goes smoothly.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it. If it doesn't work, then just keep throwing till it does.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You guys don't know? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then your wish will come true.
Oh boy.
Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This my friends, is the next big thing. A highly effective wish ritual guaranteed to make your wishes come true.
A wish ritual? That actually works?
Aether's just like, yeah, that's full cap.
Right? Even Paimon knows that's just not how the world works.
I didn't believe it at first either, but that changed when it worked for someone I know. It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like a lot. But get this. I don't see him for a few days, and suddenly I find him dressed to the nines and feasting at a high-class restaurant. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with mora.
His whole bed was filled with... Wow!
Paimon just hears money or food and just gets greedy immediately.
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of mora is a bit of an exaggeration. Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual. It can't hurt to give it a try, right?
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are a lot of very compelling stories going around these days.
Really? Well, come on! Let's go ask around right now, shall we?
Why the sudden urgency, Aether asks. Well, you see here. Paimon is motivated by Mora. And when she can get Mora just by doing nothing, she'll try to get it done as soon as possible.
Well, if it really is true, then just think about
Call it.
Mora Paimon could... Oh, and you'd finally be reunited with your twin too. Let's go, let's go!
The Great Narukami Offering. Divina Vulpa's chapter. Neat.
On closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people talking about this kind of stuff. Hey, see those two? Paimon remembers them from the Yae Publishing House. One's an editor and the other's an author.
Grasp the thought in mind, clear like the light of the moon. As close as kin with you. No, thou. Wait, thee? Hear my summons, right?
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons. Heed! You're never going to get it down at this rate.
These two are such a pain in the ass when it comes to getting there daily.
Sheesh, you scared me. Okay. Where did I leave off with the incantation again?
Incantation? Are you guys trying out this new wishing ritual stuff too?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so... I'm helping him make a wish so that he can move past it. I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion, so all I can do is go along with it.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? This is extremely important to me. People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over a creative hurdle. Is that so much to ask? Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut feeling about it.
Didn't you say
I
the
wonder
same
what's
thing when you
making
went to
this
make
all
your
come
wish at the
true.
Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know this is gonna work. I have a gut feeling about it.
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck. Alright, enough of that. Help me get this incantation down. My new book depends on it.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good think about what kind of story you want to write. Where's all that self-confidence you had when you first started out? Look at you now. Trying dubious methods from any old light novel?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. What? This wishing ritual comes from a light novel?
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took Inazuma by storm. As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but everyone is saying the wishing incantations it contains are the real deal.
Look, Junkichi. Yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people saying that everyone who's had their wish granted using this method starts behaving strangely.
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy at having their wish come true.
This is starting to sound a little suspicious. Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and ask Yae Miko about it? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and the supernatural.
Alright. We finally get to meet Yae Miko in her story quest. Took a while. Took a while to get to this point, but now we're here. Ah, shit. I just remembered something that I should have done while I was in Hanamizaka. I forgot to stop by the blacksmith and get some enhancement ore. Alright.
Miko! Great, you're here!
Oh, I hit
Well,
this
hello
button.
there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. I highly recommend it. Oh? Well, what did you want to ask?
Well, we were just... actually, you look kind of busy. Is this a bad time?
No, not at all. It's nothing major.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging you, you've got to help me save my brother.
It really is nothing major. I stand by that. Oh, but since you're so curious, let's have him relate the story one more time, just for you.
Oh boy.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji Ai. Please, put in a good word for me. You have to convince her to help my brother. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. All he's ever wanted is to become a swordmaster, so he once asked Sensei Domon of the Meikyo Shisui art to take him on as a disciple. Domon turned him away, took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could, and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently. But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person. The doctors can't find anything wrong with him, so I'm betting it must be the work of an evil spirit. That's why I'm here, begging for Guji Ai's help.
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been striving toward for as long as he can remember, and now it's gone. It's only natural that he feels a little empty and lost while he's trying to find a new direction. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days. He'll recover on his own soon enough.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know. I guarantee you, he's not acting like someone who feels empty and lost.
Oh, all right, all right. Then tell me, when did your brother spar with Domon's disciple?
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you say?
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting up like this. I'm really worried about him. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon. We can't jeopardize that dream now.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother, or are you here to make your dreams of founding a martial arts school come true?
Well,
They're kinda two sides of the same coin, aren't they?
Whatever. Let me ask you this. Have you heard of any interesting new rumors lately? If so, I'd love to hear about them.
What? Rumors? I haven't heard anything.
Oh dear. Well, that's too bad.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject. This is someone's life we're talking about here. Please, you've gotta help me.
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad. Come on, you should help him.
Okay, fine. Then it's decided.
Yay, Miko! So you're gonna help him?
No, she got to
Kato,
send us off.
Whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine. And in fact, they are experts in resolving all manner of strange and supernatural
Oh my god.
phenomena. Exorcisms and that sort
I had
of
a
thing are all in a
fucking
day's
feeling
work
that
for
she
them.
just offload the work to us.
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight. You come begging to me for help, I actually recommend someone for the job, then suddenly you start doubting me?
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko! We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists!
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo-jumbo while you're sprinkling it around. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magically falls into place. Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Don't you think it would be a little unfair to make me do all the work? Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me too. This is an opportunity to demonstrate that you come in good faith.
This feels all wrong!
No.
You technically have a point, so...
Alright, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be coming along too.
Yay.
Okay, let's follow Yohei and go visit his brother.
I'm not
What is going on here?
too...
Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
Yo, Yae Miko may just be one of those fucking... Maybe one of those characters where you just kind of eyeball and go, oh, you're hot. But she just doesn't have that personality. She just feels way too arrogant. I don't really like her. Alright. What's this all about?
How strange. My brother's been meditating here pretty much constantly over the past few days, but now he's gone.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating Domon's disciple. He just sits there alone, talking to himself. It's pretty disturbing, actually. But that's not important right now. Where the heck could he have gone in his current state?
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can't find your brother, well, we can't perform an exorcism with nothing to exorcise, can we? Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to find your brother, and also picking up a handful of salt on your way? We'll need to use it during the exorcism.
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us? Shouldn't we help look for his brother too?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and ask people what they know about the two brothers. Maybe we'll find out some amusing details.
Like that's really the reason why I'm not liking Miko. She just seems fucking disrespectful for no reason.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as soon as he has enrolled a few disciples.
Huh? Debt collectors? No, we're not here for anything like that. But, it sounds like Yohei and Shingo have gotten themselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them. They just hop between ideas and won't stick to anything.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to become a sword master, and even asked Domon to be his sensei.
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the same as ever, bumming around in class instead of focusing on his training. In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon for not seeing his potential, and even declared that he would challenge a disciple of Domon to a duel.
Wait, what? That's not what we heard.
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version. My brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained every day as hard as he could and finally proved himself by defeating one of Domon's best disciples in a duel recently.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. He just lay there cussing to high heaven all day, every day.
Yeah.
Some training regimen that is. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village entrance more about that. He always has reliable information.
Oh. That kind of makes me wonder if fucking Mika just has a little bit of sixth sense going on. He notices kind of the speech patterns and little nuances of how a person acts. Interesting.
Hey there, we've come to ask you about the Kato brothers.
Oh, you mean Shingo and Yohei?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's recently. Is that true?
Yes, it's true. Wait, so are you here because you heard they're starting their own school and you're looking to sign up?
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear more details about the fight.
Well, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, he became a whole different person. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water, mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was absolutely no match for Shingo.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, "What a duel. I haven't felt this good in a long time."
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has been behaving rather out of character since then.
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around sunbathing all day. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days. Not only that, but he managed to fell a lavender melon tree with just one kick.
Oh,
What the?
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff? Keep that away from me!" and then ran off.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Finally, I found you. I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I've got the salt you asked for, too. Come on, let's go.
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details, I suppose we'd better be going now that he has been found.
Oh boy. Where am I? Oh, I could just bonk. Might as well just teleport to the top and just zip on down. Womp. Ho ho ho! That was a little close.
Look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. He's meditating while sitting in a waterfall. That's pretty wild. Hey, listen! He's talking to himself.
Woo! How's that? Can you feel it?
This dude look weird as fuck.
Can you feel the feeling of manliness? Found your own school. Ha! So shut. Please spare me. Spare me. I can't take any more. I'm gonna. Yo.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going for help!
Huh? Who?
He stood up! And now he's coming this way!
No, don't come any closer. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh boy, do nothing.
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help. Whatever shall we do?
Well, how should I know?
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you about something. Would you mind telling me what that's all about?
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
You don't know? But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how your brother came to be this way? Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open your mouth again. This is a life or death situation.
These people just get really small.
Your brother is your closest relative. You must have noticed straight away when he started acting out of character. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But I...
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't want to tell the truth. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it will be right behind your back. After all, you did summon it together.
Ah! All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. My brother and I used a wishing incantation. We made a wish. Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incantation at midnight and your wish will be granted. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot at midnight, said the incantation, and lo and behold, spheres of light appeared all around us.
They're summoning demons! Oh god, that's literally summoning demons. That's all they're doing. That's hilarious. You know, when you have to draw a magic symbol on the ground and you step inside it barefoot at some arbitrary time of the night, sounds like you're fucking summoning a demon.
After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills, but his whole personality changed too. Because I was worried that if he goes back to normal, he'll lose his skills with the sword. If that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this under wraps until we'd managed to get the dojo set up and paid off our debts.
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami Shrine?
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult arts or something, and then no one would want to sign up as his disciple. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep his sword skills?
My, look at you with your ingenious schemes. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that has possessed him.
You're right, you're right. We were wrong to do what we did. We had this coming.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
What is that?
Ah, it's the spirit!
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Ah, save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted! What do we do now?
We do nothing. But you, little one, just a quick fight and this will all be over.
Who's this? Ah, a fellow swordmaster. Come on, fight me!
He's coming! Be careful!
Bitch. You're gonna be dead. And
Solidify!
Let's light it up!
oh, you don't like taking damage, do you?
I will have order.
Son of a bitch.
Brace yourself. Access denied.
Yeah.
That was great! Excellent! Woo! What a rush!
Can't be normal again.
I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
Weird.
Disappeared. But he looked pretty content at the end there. Huh. Well, Paimon sure is confused. Do you know what that was all about?
We can talk about it later. They're about to wake up.
What am I doing here? Yae? Yae, is that you?
Shingo, are you alright?
Yae, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domon's disciples. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I couldn't control my own body. And there was this voice in my ear talking to me constantly. I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about manliness.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit and it possessed you.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer. Then the spirit would have haunted your brother until he died of fatigue too.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank you for your assistance, exorcism experts.
All right, take him to get some rest. He's very weak right now, having been possessed for quite a few days. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, this is the price you pay. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to obtain power that does not belong to you. But I think you get the picture now, don't you?
Yes, we understand now. We won't do it ever again.
Thank you, Lady Guji. Thank you, exorcists. We'll be on our way then. Come on, Shingo.
The fucking I just noticed that there's a fucking hill trail just sleeping away.
Why the heck were you so reluctant
Alright.
to help out?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy rascals would have learned their lesson.
So, what was it that possessed Shingo?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
Master sword with lots of strength and passion, but doesn't like tofu. Huh.
Paimon's got it. It was an Oni.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions. As a matter of fact, it actually seemed like it was trying to train Shingo to become bolder.
Fair enough. But it seems like it had the opposite effect.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to host the spirit, and it would have left of its own accord. Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that way. Still, the experience may ultimately have been more effective than me scaring them into submission with a little exaggeration.
Whew. Well, the main thing is that nobody got hurt.
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything here. Come on, off we go.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you sure about that?
You mean you disagree? Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that book. Yes, I know the one.
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the shrine today. Incantations seem really popular right now.
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually capable of summoning spirits and stuff, and loads of people are trying it.
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do successfully summon a spirit with the incantation, it won't stay with them for very long. I really wouldn't fret about it.
But who wrote this book, and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? What do you think, Traveler? You're right. Big events in the light novel market should be at the center of her attention, surely. But she doesn't seem to care about this book at all.
Here I was thinking,
Lady Yae, I finally found you.
oh boy.
Kuroda, what are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yae Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the numbers are here. Please take a look.
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, reader's favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beaten in all categories.
Oh
The
boy.
book is topping the charts. It's called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Both of you, back here now!
Miko? What is it? You have a really scary look on your face right now.
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit, summarily beating the novels of the Yae Publishing House by every analysis. Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book comes out of nowhere and steals our thunder. If this isn't the very definition of intolerable, I don't know
Oh
what
boy.
is. I have to come up with a counterplan, and you are going to help me.
Huh? How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety risk here? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important in your eyes after all?
Oh boy.
What
Oh god, this is hilarious. The reason why, Pama, it feels so wrong, right, is because we pointed this out to Miko. We pointed this out to Miko, and Miko's just like, eh, whatever. And now that, you know, it hit her where it hurts for her, which is, you know, her little passion project of the Yae publishing house. I mean, kind of makes sense that this would get flipped around. And, you know, Yae Miko's doing something about it and trying to get the Traveler and Paimon to do something about it as well.
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to war. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me
Oh,
outside
this is
the Yae
unfortunate. I forgot to
Publishing
move my
House.
fucking cup. Hey, we're gonna be over by the fucking thing now, so that means I can get materials for my spear. We'll just say that. Oh yeah, I finally got Kazari's mask from the Shrine Maiden. So I got the Hakushin ring available to me.
Alright, Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the Yae Publishing House.
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yae Publishing House with the status of Guji Yae and tell everyone that the incantations in that book are dangerous!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely wrong.
I have seen that little clip without the context though.
Yeah! Wait! Seriously? That wasn't it?
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we would effectively be advertising to everyone that the incantations are real. In bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers, all we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty catastrophic. Oh, how about we confiscate all the copies?
No.
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require, going to such lengths over a light novel would be extremely disruptive to the lives of Inazumans.
But that means there's nothing we can do.
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has many other good qualities besides the incantations alone. The book contains many ancient kaiden, or tales of the supernatural, and is written in a very engaging way. That is why the book has become so popular. I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to rein in its popularity while it's the only work in its league on the market. That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? You replace it with the next big thing. So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel. Smash our rivals' sales numbers and win our readers back. That is how Yae Miko wages war. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits.
Wait, Miko. So you want us to write a novel?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. But let's not forget that I am the chief editor of the Yae Publishing House. I have my ways. I did say this is what we're going to do. I trust that the word teamwork is in your vocabulary.
Too much.
Anyway, there is a writer submission event going on at the moment. Start by talking to readers and finding out what they're into. When you have an idea of what the current trends are, come back and see me. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble a team, and we can work while we eat.
Guess what, guys? We now have a new banner wish. Optimized path, we'd be going for engulfing lightning. So, all right, here's the little situation that I'm in now. This is a banner that I've been waiting for. This is a rerun that I've actually been waiting for ever since her release. Right? I've actually been wanting to get Sangha no Miya Kokumi, especially after what people's opinions have been on her overall kit. From what I can tell, she's one of the better units for Spiral Abyss, and she allows you to dumb things down to very low levels. In other words, Kokumi is just a very solid 5-star that you can do just about whatever you want with and get away with it. So I'm going to here. I'll cut you guys a deal real quick. All right. I'm gonna do 20 wishes. I'm gonna do 20 wishes here. And if 2.6 doesn't have a certain rerun, another character that I'm very much gunning for, or so you have like 22 wishes in this. We can get the 5 wishes each month. And 2.6 is in 3 weeks now. 3 weeks from today. So that would put the release right at the very end of March. Or really early April. So say let's add just 21 days from now. That would put it to like the 28th, 29th. 29th. 29th is when we get version 2.6. Alright. So I've done the quick math. Alright. Just kind of thinking and theorizing. If it would be worth it if I just waste 20 wishes here, right now, to see if I can get Kokumi. As you can tell, I've made up my mind. Oh god. Let's see if we can get Kujosara though. I haven't gotten her yet. Senior in Constellation. Alright. And we'll just do this. Alright, another 4-star. I hate it here. Alright. That's 20 wishes. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get Kokomi early, but I'm not too disheartened. Alright. Well, we'll try again later.
The key to a successful light novel is having good illustrations. When to use illustrations, what they should contain, and which artist you should commission for them. These are all key things to bear in mind. Good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, a bad illustration can ruin your novel, even if you have the best story in the world. There's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. I'd agree with that. Too bad most of the top artists have jam-packed schedules, so it's extremely difficult to commission them. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are incredible, but it's unlike any art style I've ever seen before.
Interesting. What do you have to say?
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious fantasy works with an original core concept and good storytelling. These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the title. The only recent book worth mentioning is A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So much so that I'm almost wondering if maybe the author really has met all those yokai before.
I'll be honest. I read light novels for the cheap thrills.
His voice sounds familiar.
In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving a process of separation, loss, and ultimately growth and renewed strength. It reads well and everything, it's just a little slow-paced for me. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, where the protagonist is super strong right from the get-go. That's what I mean by cheap thrills. Action-packed right from page 1. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantations, but also tea ceremony, painting, and calligraphy.
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yae Miko.
Didn't know you could enter this. So from what we learned there, it's short. It's pretty much short and sweet. Good art and good story.
There you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been very popular with young people. He's developed a distinct and enduringly popular style. Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As for what those names are, well, that's a trade secret. They will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits off its perch. So, feeling better about my plan now?
It definitely makes sense.
Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. This is the formula that will guarantee good sales numbers. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that, but there's still one question. What are we actually gonna write about?
The Traveler. I have a feeling that the idea is going to be the traveler for a simple thing that's like, just condense the story of Genshin Impact. Boom, there you go.
For example, we know we need an original core concept, but how do we come up with one?
Before you can answer that question, you have to understand your target audience. Take a first-hand guide to summoning spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. But to the general public, it's bursting with new and interesting ideas. It all comes down to the size of the information gap between author and reader. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original to them.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our time in Mondstadt and Liyue. But that would make it a completely different genre than a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Is that gonna be a problem?
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experiences. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here will be able to flesh out the details.
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking?
Reincarnated in another world. Encounters with an airborne with airborne emergency. Oh god, this is for the memes. I love how Hoyover says kind of banked in on Paimon emergency food right from the get-go, because it's just been absolutely hilarious. In all seriousness, no, this one here, Dragon the Great Adventure, sounds better.
This sounds like a great one! Let's see here. The protagonist arrives in Mondstadt for the first time to the sight of a dragon flying around and wreaking havoc on the city. With the help of some trusty companions, the protagonist successfully defeats the dragon. But then, the dragon suddenly turns into a beautiful young woman. Huh? Human, let us work together to build a better future. The love story between human and dragon begins today? Well, that was an unexpected development. What happened to the grand adventure?
You know, I watched this video from a YouTuber, I think it's Chill with Aster. She does some really neat theory and not necessarily recap content, but mainly the theory content, and as well as story analysis. Right, I think she's like going through some sort of schooling and maybe going through some degree to get maybe a degree in writing stories. Like, she has a lot of experience with just story writing and telling, and I would have to say her content is really nice to watch. She talked about in one of her videos, she talked about the Traveler, and how the Traveler is kind of different from what we're used to in certain games. I'm gonna compare this to ESO in a way, because they're both, you know, RPGs and kind of how we can do the same thing. Genshin Impact, your character, the developers, not MiHoYo, but Hoyoverse, from the very start, they didn't necessarily have our protagonist be just some completely hollow shell and someone who doesn't have any character to them. And our protagonist here in Genshin Impact he or not he, but they really have a very a very distinct style, a very distinct personality to them. It's not it's like you're playing through say a book. You could actually probably transcribe every event from this game on into a book, and you could read it and it would still feel like you're in the game, right? Because since everything is very linear with this game, there's not much that you can do. Your traveler doesn't necessarily feel hollow. They feel like they're a fully fleshed character independent from you as the player. You're just playing a bunch of in the game, you're just playing a bunch of characters. You're just playing a bunch of characters and just progressing through whatever story there is. And I think that's kind of one of the things that has gotten a lot of people, including myself, intrigued into this game. And this is like a core example, a prime example that, our character that we chose, either whether it be Aether or Lumine, they're their own separate characters. They're not necessarily you as the player. They're not you as the player, but they're a separate character altogether that has their own personality, and they do whatever they want. You're not doing what you want. You're not saying what you want. Everything that's said here in this isn't necessarily what you would want to say. It's what, our traveler would say. It's what Aether or Lumine would say. And it's really fun in that sense. And can provide some fucking hilarious moments like this. But yeah, do go check out Chill with Aster. She's got some really, really neat content, and she does a really good job at explaining story concepts within the game. And why not Mihoyo, but Hoyoverse has gone with certain things and story aspects. So let's just go.
What? But that's so misleading.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. The story certainly goes in an unorthodox direction, and the Dragon Girl sounds destined to be a hit character. Approved.
What the heck?
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novels you've read in the past. I think you really understand what we're trying to do here. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with this general framework to make an interesting story?
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core concept if I'm not careful, so this deals with that problem.
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Huh? Won't that do for now?
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, all our hard work so far is in vain. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that Satomi is waiting?
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But alas, the time has come prematurely.
Before it came to what? What's happened?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch-nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their souls just to get their muse back.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take a proper break. Boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for these two. Just the basic kind will do. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko?
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative process will be paid.
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now, for the sake of our paycheck, get your brain! Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back?
Let's see. I wonder what these two are. Because I have one I think would work. If we go with this one, it'll turn into harem. If we go with this one, it's just going to be a basic story. Basic.
Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself. With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm. Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8. The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity. I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Alright, well, let's just hope Zhongli doesn't mind.
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yae.
She can talk?
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
Stuff the...
Thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true. The protagonist uses this spell to defeat the Raiden Shogun in battle.
Whoa, so we're really going head-to-head with our rival on this one, huh?
Oh god,
I suppose so.
I'm looking over.
Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist recites the incantation
Don't need
myself.
that. What the fuck is going
Are we
on
done
with...
then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. We'll also need an endorsement on a paper band around the book. I can get the wonderful Ms. Hina to write that.
Fuck. One moment, guys. Okay. Oh boy. I wonder how long that was for. And I hope that doesn't happen again. I've never had that happen. So let me just fill you in what just happened. Just now, and I'll try and fucking remember back for like the last 5 minutes. I'm hoping it doesn't have a huge impact to how the stream actually was. But I think this part here is dull enough. But holy shit, that was a huge drop. So yeah, I'll just give you a quick rundown of what just now happened with my stream. I looked over and saw, you know, the usual green box for OBS Studio. That's the streaming platform that I use. That's the bit rate. I usually have my bit rate between 4500 kilobits. So it's high enough to run a 1080 60 stream, and it's enough that my own internet can handle it. And for some reason it dropped to less than 1,000, and I dropped 6,500 frames within like the last couple of minutes. So yeah, quick rundown of what pretty much happened in the story, though. Let's get back onto the topic of the game. Let's say the last 5 minutes. So currently we're in Ouya restaurant, trying to we're trying to write a light novel for Inazuma's to purchase. That way we can knock the current top one off the top spot and try and not get people to fucking summon demons all the time. So, yeah, there really hasn't been much that happened in the last couple of minutes that dropped all the frames. Hopefully the audio didn't go to shit. So, yeah.
She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. The people of Inazuma absolutely adore her. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yae publishing house at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Once our light novel is complete, let's meet at the writer's submission event.
Oh god, I haven't done the story content related to Miss Hina. I was trying to remember, why does Miss Hina sound familiar? I remember why. Let's take a little exploration up here. Sometimes will hide things. Alright, back to the regularly scheduled program. Hopefully my stream doesn't get a fuck. Hold on, I'm gonna, like, clip that for my friends to see. Alright. There we go. I heard that Miss Hina is a hit with the fans.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, we'll see what we can do.
With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us hoping to do a collaboration. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down every promotional opportunity she can. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement from Miss Hina, you'll definitely get an exposure boost at the beginning. May your light novel sell well and set a new record for the Yae Publishing House.
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon's slowly starting to understand your unique tastes.
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished. Don't you think it's a very descriptive pen name?
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Inazuma. I'll announce the sales numbers in 3 days.
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how a
All
light
right.
novelist should be.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
Wait for 3 days. Alrighty then. But they could have made this animation faster. One more.
Where do you want to go next? If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a few references.
Alright. Let's go.
Ah, you've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copies.
Woohoo! That's great!
This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you've sold. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll notify you to come and collect it when the time comes.
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel was to combat the influence of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. We sold a lot of copies, but it doesn't feel like we accomplished our goal. How do we know whether it worked?
Oh, don't worry. The change is already underway. Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight, and your wish will come true! Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune? What's that?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. They can make any of your wishes come true. I heard that the incantations in a first-hand guide to summoning spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to leaves and he developed a high fever. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the discomfort. That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before. Pretty much everyone I know is desperate to try it out. Just waiting for a moonless night.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right! Everyone's shifting focus! But what's this moonless night that they're talking about? Hyman doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further down the line. All right, it's time to move on to the next phase of the plan.
There's a phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own devices, he might just write another guide to summoning spirits. Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for writing it was.
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, I've already managed to identify the author. He's a failed light novelist named Tomoyuki. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection whatsoever of having written the book. Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever possessed him actively sought him out. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi. In frustration, he shouted out, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." After that, he lost consciousness.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So what are we supposed to do?
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? So we can just use its own method to make it manifest itself. And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role.
Is it too late for me to back out now?
Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
I sense a trial run of Yae Miko.
Miko, what is this place?
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive author. This is the place where we are most likely to succeed in summoning the spirit.
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting, considering that we are dealing with the spirits of the deceased here. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true author of a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. Aren't you excited?
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure it's not because of excitement.
Come on, in we go.
Hey, wait up! Oh, Paimon's scared. Stay close by, okay? Don't leave Paimon all alone.
Oh boy. That's better. I'm leaned back a little bit and I looked really small. No Electro in the party. Oh no. I don't think having Electro will be not having Electro will be a problem. Let me on my screen there. Let's see what I tell you. So apparently, from what I've seen, she uses a 4-piece noblesse. Oh boy.
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a scene.
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also kinda eerie. So it's, looks like the artist signed their name. Rakuzai? It's not very clear.
Let's go inside and take a look. Right now. Come on out. Emerge.
Quake! Stabilize!
Yahoo! Right now. Emerge. Right now.
That won't work. Cut down. Like this.
Just gotta pay attention
Wow, this place is
for added
huge.
bullshit.
Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well. Wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. Alright, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move. Show them.
That range.
Come on out. Right here.
Solidify!
No touching.
Cut down. Like this.
Wait a minute. We actually want to move this back just in case.
schedule. Emerge right here. Let's light it up! Time for takeoff.
There we go. Weird. So which one hasn't been done yet? Okay, wait, I guess we gotta find one that's connected to this to raise it, I assume. Like, that's the only logical reason.
Right now. Right here. Right now.
Gather!
Horn of Ice and Frost.
This isn't over! One stroke will suffice.
Let's light it up! Right here. Right now. I'm always watching.
I'm ready! Face my blade.
No touching.
Good though. Yes, you win.
Boom.
This battle.
Game easy. What's this here?
It's my lucky day.
Solidify.
To the ferry.
Huh. So this is really interesting. Okay. There we go. Wait a minute. We can go in here. Oh boy, bitrate's gone to shit again.
It's turning this way along with the whole wall.
Alright. I am really annoyed right now. I'm gonna pull up Task Manager here. Because right now bitrate's gone to shit again. Alright. This is getting annoying. Alright, it looks like I'm going to be having issues until I fucking either restart the stream or figure it out later. I think I'll be restarting I think I might do a stream tomorrow, I don't know, to try to figure it out. Otherwise, I'm not going to try and force myself through this headache, but then it just sorted itself out again. What the fuck? My bitrate's being weird today. Like, something's going on with my ISP and it's being dumb. I want that to be 0%. Thank you. So, yeah, it's just really being difficult today. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end it all here because it's not cooperating at all. So I'll probably at some point, maybe later tonight or tomorrow, once I get the HD copy of the stream on YouTube, I'll download the stream, and put it together in a video. Because it's not wanting to give you guys good quality. So yeah. Oh. This has been Outlaw 58D's shitty stream day, apparently.